Defense on a block. He's going deep and he's got him.
DK Metcalf. A.J. Brown.
Hurts throwing end zone. A.J. Brown.
Two monsters. Alpha, yes, I said alpha receivers, and two men built to dominate. But only one of them made the entire season heavier for everyone around him.
Whatsoever. And even though we're going to talk about at some point A.J. Brown, some of the drop passes and the things that, you asked for the attention, you asked for the allure, whatever, you wanted the ball in your hands. There were missed opportunities yesterday. It doesn't take away from the fact that he looked like an absolute prophet. What he had been lamenting and expressed concern about with the Philadelphia Eagles all season long came to fruition.
This story is about mental weight, and one of these men made his locker room carry it every week.
And didn't catch either one. Maybe he said, get me a shot, and the coach said, okay, you had your chance, you better catch the ball next time. But I don't understand.
DK Metcalf is violent football energy contained inside a professional structure. He is loud, he's intense, he's emotional, but here's the difference. When DK explodes, it's in the moment. For the most time, yeah, it is, but not over months.
Drive. He'll throw to begin this drive, and it's DK Metcalf. He's in the loose. There goes DK. A block from Austin inside the 5.
DK Metcalf blocks when he's not targeted. He sprints on run plays. He celebrates teammates' touchdowns. That is awesome.
The catch is made. He is out of bounds inside the...
Yes, DK crossed a line. He's also a psychopath. He entered the stands, he made contact with a fan, he earned a suspension. That cannot happen, ever.
Hey, DK! Yup!
Now you just lost over $500,000. You got to deal with a prosecution process, because that's coming. This fan got exactly what he wanted. And that is the issue that you run into.
But here's what separates this from something deeper. It ended. It was punished. It didn't poison an entire season.
We had to go out like this, but we're going to watch the film and see what we can do better for next year. And
A.J. Brown didn't have a moment. He had a year of comments, a year of body language, a year of visible frustration, even after wins.
And didn't catch either one. Maybe he said, get me a shot, and the coach said, okay, you had your chance.
This wasn't about one play or one game. This was constant tension.
Every single time you put a microphone in his place, in his face, and me, as a person who says, hey, keep locker room business would say, shut it up and fix it. And they never fixed it, and now they're home watching another team go try to hoist the sticky Lombardi.
A.J. Brown complained about targets during wins. That is weird. Great receivers want the ball. Leaders understand timing.
from my point of view, we just missed.
It looked like you slowed up on the play. Did you not think the ball was coming your way, or what happened with that?
I didn't think the ball was coming. When I looked up, I didn't see the ball. I looked back, I didn't see the ball. And then the ball was thrown. So, like I said, we just missed.
Every comment becomes a headline. Every sideline reaction becomes a microscope because
it's everyone get better. It's our coaches, it's our players, it's everybody. I didn't do a good enough job today. We found a way to win, but, we all have to find ways to get better.
The Eagles get eliminated by San Francisco. Season over, dream done, and still frustration spills out.
Hurts zips it over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Needs 11 over the middle, tipped, incomplete.
That's where perception hardens, not because A.J. Brown was wrong, but because the moment demanded unity.
I'm going to keep what we said in the locker room, but you're going to see. You're going to see Sunday.
DK Metcalf hurt himself. A.J. Brown strained everyone. Quarterback, coach, offense, locker room. He even said, oh, yeah, I guess Saquon's not having a great season either. This isn't about talent. It's about emotional leadership failure. Philadelphia does not whisper. Philadelphia demands. Every stare is judgment. Every quote is dissected. Every emotion is amplified.
So dysfunctional, why are you committing 20 penalties a game if you're so together? It's like, this team does no, almost common sense.
Listen, the Eagles suck, okay?
DK Metcalf played in Pittsburgh. A.J. Brown plays in a furnace.
Their improvisation. Jalen Hurts, they send Goddard to the flat. It's not there. He reverts back inside. Touchdown. The Eagles offense actually had a decent start to this game with 2 scoring drives.
This matters because behavior that survives elsewhere explodes here. So DK's frustration has borders. He knows when the offense isn't flowing, he becomes gravity, not noise.
Play fake. This time he's going to let it fly downfield. Reaching up, making a catch. It's Metcalf. He could go.
He blocks, he clears space, he waits.
Man, he is a professional. But I can't say that I was surprised by it. You do your research. You know, this is a small league in the big scheme of things, and certainly you know about the significant players, not only their talents, but their relationship with their game, their lifestyle, if you will, and all of those things were really positive components.
That restraint matters more than people realize. This is where the season bent. Nick Sirianni and A.J. Brown argued always, all the time, in front of cameras, not quietly, not privately.
They have as much fun as they should. I don't understand why Sirianni's running down there and yelling at one of his star players, A.J. Brown.
That moment told the league something.
A.J. Brown, the offensive line, all those guys regressed apart, across the board. And a lot is, I point to coaching. Yep. Rex, you know this as well as anyone sitting at this table. Coaching matters more so in the National Football League than anything, and I'll go to a direct correlation to Kellen Moore.
Leadership fractures when correction becomes spectacle. When DK crosses lines, teammates pull him back physically, even though it's almost impossible, he's so scary, and immediately.
Quick handoff to Chris Carson. And some extracurriculars. And that's already Darius Slay and DK Metcalf. These guys are going to be face-to-face all night. And then some. And the flag comes in.
That's trust.
Seahawks sideline.
Wow. When DK Metcalf came over to the sideline, you see it right here. Through his helmet, had some words, and this is something
A.J. Brown's moments linger, they breathe, they fester. DK Metcalf had Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, then Geno Smith, now a system built around control. A.J. Brown has Jalen Hurts, a quiet leader.
Well, one, I'd like to give my respects to the 49ers, how they came out and played.
Hurts does not fight back publicly, he absorbs. Literally absorbs that just anger, just says, yes, AJ is one of my best men. That silence creates imbalance. A.J. Brown wasn't wrong about the offense, but the truth delivered wrong just becomes destruction.
In 2024, that's not including tush push, so y'all can take all the tush
Call
push
for
stuff out.
B10.
B10, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
B10,
okay, so there we go. 2025, we're rocking 41, and that's a glaring, and again.
DK Metcalf complains in flashes, A.J. Brown complained in chapters.
But A.J. Brown, for him to do that, it's like, yo, this is the playoffs. This is what I've been saying. And and you didn't want to listen. We didn't fix the problem. We had all these months to fix it. It never got fixed. So here we are right now. And then you look at Jalen Hurts. You're 0 for 7 on throws of 15-plus yards down the field. Listen, we can't escape certain things. Now, a couple of those plays, a couple of them were drops by A.J. Brown. We know that, okay?
Therapy is about processing emotion without leaking damage. DK leaks emotion briefly, A.J. Brown leaks it relentlessly. One strains moments, the other strains the entire team forever. A.J. Brown won. I mean, that's the difference. Between him and DK, he won the Super Bowl. He put up elite numbers, won playoff games, lifted a Lombardi, and still the frustration somehow got worse. Winning usually silences pain. For A.J. Brown, it amplified it.
And I think I respect him enough to not do that in this case. But he also has to understand the consequences of his actions. When you tweet out, using me but not using me, you've read books on the sideline, you've said certain things you've said in post-game.
That is not normal. DK Metcalf really does get pissed off during games, but when the game ends, it ends. No cryptic tweets, as much as them. No public jabs, not as much as AJ. And no season-long tension.
I love being around them. I love offensive guys who get along with defensive guys.
I think that's just rare. Like a lot of times you see like offensive guys kind of hang out with each other and defensive guys hang out with each other.
That is huge. Every comment became evidence. Every target count became a chart.
But it is important to point out, a player saw it, said it, and was in y'all face about it, and was ignored. Yeah. And chickens came home to roost last night. We're not gonna sit here today and just talk about A.J. Brown. We got to talk about the head coach and the executive VP, the executive for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Teammates stopped answering freely. Coaches chose words carefully. The offense played tight.
And I think when I look at the game yesterday, and I think it was a common theme. I mean, amongst the coaches and how we were vibing as a unit, receivers, tight ends, O-linemen even. You know, we felt like we saw the game very clear.
That is emotional taxation. This is not about yards. This is not about touchdowns. It's not about dominance. This is about emotional regulation. And DK Metcalf loses control momentarily. A.J. Brown lives inside the conflict. He is just so annoying. Like, he's so talented. Just relax. Jackhammer anger versus slow poison. That's just really all it is.
DeMarcus Vibes, DK Metcalf, just knowing at any moment that one of those guys can make something happen. DK catching one-handed balls.
Now, who needs therapy more, A.J. Brown or DK Metcalf? It's A.J. Brown. The way he acts, it's not because he's worse or because he's weaker, but because his emotions never turned off. It really cost Philadelphia an entire season. DK loses control of his body. A.J. Brown loses control of the entire room. And that is the difference between passion and poison. A.J. Brown needs really the best therapist ever. That's the Chosen Truth.
Thank you so much for watching. Chosen Sports is at war versus ESPN, and we are fighting every single day to be bigger than them. So please subscribe and support our channel every day. It means a lot.